Hey everyone, it's been a while since we've talked. That is the most disgusting thing I have ever said. Never do that again to me. Um, so I want to make this video because I have some questions that I don't think have been answered. If they have, I must have missed them, but I don't think I've seen anyone really talking about it. Let me just adjust my mic real quick. Okay, so before we get into it, I just want to show everyone something. Where is it? Yeah, so the Switch got an update. It is Switch, I think it's like version 20 or something like that. They changed the eShop. They added some more stuff down here. They added the virtual game cards, which is the that digital game sharing thing that they was talking about in the last Switch 1 Direct before the Switch 2 Direct. They added Game Share, which will not be active until Switch 2 comes out. I'll just, I'll pull it up. Yeah, so you can see Nintendo Switch 2 users can use Game Share and you can play together. So yeah, this is basically unusable for the next month. Virtual game cards. Yeah, you can see all these digital games that I played at one point or another. And then, yeah, they changed the color of the news app to green and they changed the eShop to red. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But that's not the important part. The important part is I have two little grievances with Switch 2. The Switch 2, well, the games specifically, how they're going to handle them. The Switch 2 editions and the game key cards. For the Switch 2 editions, we already know that there's going to be 5 games starting off that have Switch 2 editions. Those being the 2 Zelda games, like the mainline Zelda games, Metroid Prime 4, Kirby in the Forgotten Land, and not Kirby in the Forgotten Land, wait. No, yeah, that would be 6, because 2 Zelda, Mario Party, Kirby, Metroid Prime 4, and Pokemon ZA. So yeah, that's 6 games getting Switch 2 editions. So, we already know that you'll be able to either pay to upgrade your existing game or buy the Switch 2 edition as the Switch 2 edition. My question is, how exactly will it work when you get the upgrade? For example, let's say I don't have the Zelda games, but I'll just use those as an example because I think they're the only ones on launch. With Switch Online, you get those 2 games. You get the Switch 2 upgrades. But my question is, if you have the physical game, will the Switch 2 edition affect that? If you put the cartridge into Switch 2 and it has the Switch 2 upgrades, is it gonna rewrite the cartridge somehow and then not work when you put it back into Switch 2 or Switch 1? I assume not, because save data is tied to the console, so probably not. But yeah, and then I think I heard, don't quote me on this because I'm not 100% sure, that if you have the Switch 1 version and then upgrade to Switch 2, your save data will no longer be able to be uploaded to the cloud. I'm not exactly sure how true that is because I didn't think to fact check it before I started recording, but that's probably something to be concerned about. And then game key cards. Now, this one is a hot topic. A lot of people have some issues with these, myself included. If you don't already know what the game key card is, let me explain. So, the game key card is a physical game with partial game data on the cartridge. Inside the case, if I'm not mistaken, there is going to be a code for you to download the rest of the game. So, Obviously, that's not ideal. But my question is, if you're to share this game with someone else, will you, if you give them your partially physical copy of, let's say, Street Fighter 6, because that one's confirmed to be game key card. If I give my friend a copy of Street Fighter 6, will they will still have to download that partial bit of Street Fighter 6, but will they be able to use the same code, or will they have to basically just buy the game? Will it work that way? And if not, will you have to use the virtual game card in order to transfer that bit of the physical game to, or that digital bit to their console? It's a lot of ifs and questions that Nintendo doesn't really want to answer right now. Let's see. Yeah. I had another thing on here. I guess that the Switch 2 edition kind of has that too. Like if you share your physical copy of a Switch 1 game, but you have the Switch 2 editions, will like it go with them to their Switch 2 if they have it. I don't know. There's a lot of questions that we still don't have answers to. But we're getting F-Zero GX on launch day, so is it really all that bad? Yeah, it is that bad. $80 games are pricey. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had. I just kind of wanted to get that out there, just, you know, talk some more, because I haven't been uploading videos. Anyways, see ya.